Hello, Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday to you all. Compliments of the season. How are you all doing? I wish you the very best while traveling, while staying, while coming back. Amen. Now the news goes this way. Why is it that our people don't believe in themselves? Yes, foreigners, internationals, they believe in the declaration of Bìafra. They believe that there should be freedom for this particular people. But our people, because they are getting some cucumbers, some chooks, some fragrance from the table of Fulani, they keep going up and down to tell you that, oh, what they are doing is nonsense. To the point that Bianco Juku went to Finland, you can imagine that, to tell them that her husband started this and that this is actually not what they need now. Hey, it is a pity. But what is bringing me here right now is one of the nationals, a Russian. Looking at him, you know he's not a child. And he knows what he's saying in terms of politics and Biafra freedom. So this man is now voicing out, supporting Biafrans. This is video and not an audio. I want you to hear and see him talk. All right? And then ask yourself and our people, why are these so-called prominent men of Igbo land are not consenting, are not supporting? What are they believing? They are believing in the total annihilation and destruction of their land by Fulanis and Nigeria government. Is that what is best for us to believe? This question needs an answer from them. Okay? Let's go there. I'll be right back.
All countries must respect equality of states and the right of people for self-determination. And they also mentioned the United Nations General Assembly resolutions, and this is clear that what they mean is the series of resolutions which they passed after the beginning of the special military operation and which demand condemnation of Russia. Russia get out of Ukraine territory in 1991 borders. But there are other United Nations General Assembly resolutions which were not voted but which were consensual. And among them is a declaration on principles of relations between states on the basis of the Charter. And it clearly says, by consensus, everybody must respect territorial integrity of states whose governments respect the right of people for self-determination, and because of that, represent...
The leader of the Biafran people is His Excellency Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Ojukwu.
Those hot days, the quickest and the only thing we could do was to found a place where our fleeing compatriots could at least find an end to their flight. This is what Biafra is, the end of the journey for a persecuted, massacred, pursued people. We have made all attempts at a democratic resolution of this crisis. I have offered open elections, plebiscite. I have offered just an open carte blanche suggestion, anybody who can find a democratic way of finding out the wishes of the people, let him suggest it and we will go for it.
All right. The man that just spoke is Sejaravaro. He is a Russian diplomat. All right. So basically, he talked about self-determination not being a crime. Yes, he said that self-determination is not a crime, which is absolutely correct. Self-determination is not a crime anywhere in the world. But unfortunately, you know, in this part of the world, Africa now, I mean, whenever you call for self-determination, you know, some people will tell you that you are calling for war. Especially those of my brothers in Nigeria. Whenever I hear some people say they are agitating for Biafra, you will see a good number of people probably that are not Biafrans come out and tell you that, see, you are calling for war. They will then remind you to go and read what happened in 1967 and 1968 and 1970. They will remind you all those things. See, so you want such thing to happen again. But of a truth, it shouldn't be so. In Nigerian Constitution, it is written that self-determination is a right. In African Human Rights Charter, it is also written that self-determination is what? Is a right. But unfortunately, in Africa, you know, we don't obey laws. What we obey is what we wish. As leaders, anything I wish I would do. Forget about the law. Just unfortunate. Go to Europe now. I know for sure that the Catalonians have been trying to, you know, separate from the Spanish rather, and I can't tell how many people they have unalived. I mean, how many people they have, you know, unalived because they are calling for agitation. I can't tell how many people. But once you do the same thing here in Africa, your name is sorry. They will find a way to, in fact, to finish you. To finish you. Just as is happening in Sudan and South Sudan now. Since Sudan and South Sudan separated, just a couple of years ago, not too far, you know, since they separated, you know, there have been conflict, and I know that some European countries are involved in that conflict because they are benefiting from it. And that is just what the Europeans want. That is what they want. They just want Africa to be, you know, to be suppressing themselves so that they will be benefiting. So I'm just saying this so that you will know, because of the truth, the quest for self-determination is not a crime. However, it is a right for every person or every individual. All right. So I'm going to allow you to watch this analysis that my brother gave about the Biafran cabinet and the rest of that. All right. So as you're watching it, in case you're coming across my channel for the first time, you are welcome. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Right. Turn on your notification button so you get notified anytime I upload a video. Right. So please kindly take a look at this.
Nigerian government is getting confused over what is going on in Finland, pertaining to the man called the PM himself, the governor governing the United States of Biafra, even in the exile as they say. Now they are even saying that that is being detained, you know, is now in the custody. Some even put it is in prison. But whichever way Nigerian media like, let them put it. But the issue remains that he is the one governing the system continuously. If you listen to Ngozi Orabese, the acting PM currently now, you discover that yes, glory be to God, because the Finland government has finally said, okay, you are free, the door is open, 2 ways, you can go and see him. Yes, and his legacy laying down is the platform that they are following. That means she have never the grace from the foundation or from the platform of the PN himself. And the PN himself is still on the ground, giving them the way to move. Because in every disciple, there is always a Judas. Are you getting it? And probably now there is a Judas that may collide with Nigeria to become a saboteur. Are you getting it? So now the woman coming in this angle now, because I am hearing people saying, Ngozi Arabese is dissolving the cabinet, trying to form her own. Good and fine. If there is any cabinet that have Judas among them, that Judas needs to deal with and remove, so that the cabinet need to have a thorough sanitization and have a thorough truth to where they are heading to. And glory be to God that the woman is well educated and well nurtured and trusted to say by the PM himself. Now she's moving from one country or the other. Today, currently, I can tell you vividly that she have an appointment to many countries, like over 50 countries. She have appointment to over 50 countries all over the world. She want to meet them. They have given her appointment to rehearse, to discuss, and what is on the ground. on what is going on and how the PM will completely have his freedom to address so many people that have already lost in their faith in the race. Are you getting it? So these things are the things that many do not know, but I want to air it today for our viewers, our brothers who are in the dark to see themselves not being in the dark, let them be enlightened as well.
Why is this sudden disagreement now? We are seeing the issue of account coming, and Simon Ekpa is somewhere watching his loyalists, almost fighting over nothing. Will Simon Ekpa not be disappointed that these are the people, this is the reason why I am here where I am?
See, let me tell you, it's only a man that don't know how rain started beating him. And when it will end, it's a man that will see himself in that situation and become confused or be troubled. No. When Judas betrayed Jesus Christ, was not troubled, neither did he shiver. He knew that he's going to play. So the issue there is this. When all these things are playing, this conflict, misunderstanding is, I've heard it before, I want to point it out now. Number one is Igbo man ego over a woman. How can a woman telling me what to do? It's not common among every Igbo man. It's not common. You get it? So I believe this is one of the problems. And number two problem is this. The PM himself did not have the quality time to address his cabinet before leaving them. Are you getting it? I believe this is another thing that play, because had it been that he addressed them properly and put things in order, these things wouldn't have come up now. Then thirdly, that the woman herself needed some people that will obey her, that can listen to her, that she herself can as well be trusted. And some of them among the other ones are claiming to be older than the woman, even in the system. I have been there before you. So why are you now? And the other point is this. Probably when appointing this woman as the next person before the Prime Minister, I believe it wasn't official. You understand me? It wasn't official. I believe this is a secret thing. And that's another thing that come to play. And that is why they are having this kind of issues. But I believe it will soon be dissolved.
But it means that Simon Ekpa actually trusted Dr.
Yes.
Because of antecedents.
See, listen to me. Before you trust anything in the hand of somebody, you might have one way or the other have hope and trust and every doubt about that person before entrusting or commissioning anything to that person. You understand? So I believe that he trusted this woman. In one way or the other, he have tested the woman. He have seen the ability and the capability, the strength and the integrity of this woman before making such move. That's
Alright, that's it for today. I want you all to please hear and share with us, because if we don't believe in ourselves, then we can't achieve anything. Others are believing, they are seeing and they are believing, but yet people in homeland are not believing. The so-called politicians are not believing. They're even making moves internationally to confuse them the more. And they feel it will be well with them. No, not in this life. Not even in the next life to come if there's anything like that. I'm telling you the truth. So I want you to please help us to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.